In the early hours of August 1959, Lee Van Cleef's car skidded off a California highway and smashed into a tree with devastating force. His left knee was crushed. Surgeons worked for hours, but the damage was severe. A shattered kneecap and torn ligaments beyond repair. Doctors warned he would never ride a horse again, a career-ending blow for a Western actor just beginning to make his mark. At the time, Van Cleef had only small roles to his name, including High Noon and a handful of television westerns. He had the sharp features, icy stare, and quiet menace directors admired, but no breakout part. The crash stopped everything. Months of bed rest and brutal physical therapy followed. Walking was agonizing. One surgeon bluntly told him, "You should look for another profession." Van Cleef refused to quit. He had a steel brace custom-made to stabilize his leg and painstakingly taught himself to walk again. The knee never healed completely. It stayed stiff, swollen, and unreliable for the rest of his life. Yet he turned that pain into presence. "Every time I get on a horse, I feel the knee scream," he said in a 1970s interview. "But the pain reminds me of what it cost to be here. I let that show in my face." By the early 1960s, Hollywood had mostly forgotten him. Then Sergio Leone came calling. Searching for actors for his new brand of stylized westerns, Leone saw what others had missed: a worn, commanding presence that needed no words. He offered Van Cleef a key role in For a Few Dollars More, opposite Clint Eastwood. Writing would be grueling, but Van Cleef accepted. He endured long shoots in rugged Italian landscapes, his leg braced beneath his costume. Assistants sometimes helped him mount and dismount, yet on camera he moved with such precision that few noticed the hidden injury. The slight stiffness became part of his characters: silent, strong, faintly haunted. That film, followed by The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, made him an international star. In a 1983 Starlog interview, Van Cleef admitted, "It wasn't the writing that scared me after the accident. It was the idea that I might never ride again. Once I got past that fear, the rest became work." He never romanticized the pain. He simply carried it, like the gunslingers he portrayed. Through the 1970s and early 1980s, he kept acting in films such as Sabata, Barquero, and The Master. His body aged faster than his face, and by the late 1980s, his knee forced him to turn down demanding roles. His final screen appearance came in Thieves of Fortune, 1990. Lee Van Cleef died of a heart attack on December 16, 1989, at age 64, at his home in Oxnard, California. As he wished, his ashes were scattered in the Pacific. Friends said he remained stoic to the end, never complaining about the pain that shaped his life. Even when his body resisted, Lee Van Cleef kept getting back in the saddle. That stubborn fire never dimmed, it only burned brighter on screen.